I'm 92 days in my carnivore journey, and now I said goodbye to a certain number on the scale. Stay tuned for that number that I am about to reveal. Hey y'all, this is Kelly, the Broken Carnivore Christian. I hope y'all had a good week this week. Today is a beautiful day. I hope y'all enjoying this Saturday. I did. I did have a good week this week. It was a busy week for me. I had to do a bathtub project at work. And it's one of those where we tear down the walls, and I also now remove the bathtub, put a brand new tub in, because, this property's 60 years old, and a lot of this is getting to age where it's getting rotted, rusted, and it's time for it to go. But usually, here in the last year, it took me 2 days at least to do this project, and I'd be extremely hurting. I did one of these projects in the beginning, early days of my carnivore journey, and I didn't hurt as much. But this time, the amazing benefit that I have noticed, that I could have kept on going. I could have kept on working after I was done. Usually I'm stiff and sore and stoved up. My hip was sore, but I could have kept on going. But it was towards the end of the day, and it was time to relax. And I'm thankful for this. That number I was talking about, I'm 92 days now in this journey, and I am feeling incredibly good. That number I was talking about, I said goodbye, finally said goodbye to the 300s. I am now 298.6, and I'm looking forward to get down to my goal weight. I am now over 40 pounds down since I started, and I had ups, I had downs. It was not an easy journey, but just like my walk with Christ, it's not easy. Jesus himself said it wasn't easy to follow him, and he is right. It says it in the Bible. But what makes it easy is the choices that you make. I choose to do this journey. I choose to step up and say, I don't want to hurt no more. I don't want to be going back to my heaviest again no more. I want to move forward. I want to be able to enjoy life. I want to be able to be with my kids. I want to be able to do stuff, not sit in my chair and hurt all the time. I was at the point that it was starting to affect my job big time, and I had to make a step. And sometimes we have to make those steps forward, just like our walk. We have to make that choice. The gospel is presented to us, and as God is tugging on our hearts, we have to make that choice to open our hearts to him and let him in, so we can learn from him, to learn what salvation is. And once you give your life to him and you surrender to him, then then you start understanding his word and learning from it, and then you're going to learn to repent. Well, the same thing with the carnivore diet or the ketovore or ketogenic, wherever you're at, because this diet that I'm talking about is the diet that I believe that God had created for human. This is the perfect human diet, and I can't vouch for you. It's your choice what you want to do, how you eat. You want to eat the American Standard Diet, the junk and stuff, or do you want to eat a good, proper human diet that God has originally created for humankind? I believed in the beginning in the garden. I do believe that probably one time we were all vegetarians, that we all ate, but also there was animals in that garden too. There was only one command that God told Adam and Eve, not to eat from that tree, that one tree. Of course, what happened. The fall happened, and there's where sin entered. But still, no matter what, humans, we are hunters and gatherers. And even as time goes, when we became ranchers and farmers and stuff like that, we worked the ground. We ate this. We had pure water, no matter what. And I firmly believe that. And I believe that today we can still eat that way. A lot of the vegetables and a lot of the foods out there, like the processed foods, that's not created by God. That is created by man through a corporation. And a lot of that stuff is booked with junk. I'm talking about poison junk, like dyes and chemicals. Seed oils. Seed oils is some of the worst things out there. It was promoted as heart healthy. It was a lubricant. The seed oils. I mean, I used to eat these, and we were taught that, oh, this is heart healthy, and that we need to eat in moderation, and we need to cut our protein, and we need to eat more grains and stuff. I think that's just like, I agree with everybody else that talks about that. Everybody, the health experts, the doctors, and everybody that is on this carnivore journey in this carnivore community will agree with me that this is not what we eat. This is pure garbage. It's pure poison. I researched about seed oils. It's either mechanically pressed or chemically extracted. Most of the conventional seed oils that you buy at Walmart or a grocery store or your dollar stores, I guarantee you, is chemically extracted by a chemical solvent called hexane. It is a petroleum product. And then they use that to purify it and cleanse it and get all the impurities out. Plus that with solvents with bleach and detergents. We're eating poison, guys. It's not good. And I am so grateful that God had created this diet. And I'm so grateful that I decided to step up and take this choice a long time ago and learn a lot of this stuff. I learned a lot of this when I was on the ketogenic diet. I learned a lot about, the seed oils, and I started making my own mayo. And sometimes I'll go and buy like the good mayo that's made with olive oil. And you want to make sure it's pure olive oil or pure coconut oil, because some of that stuff can be chemically processed like your seed oils. But we're taught Trey, in the schools, this food pyramid. And on the bottom, the most important they said, and this was done by the USDA, was grains, then this, then fruits and vegetables, then protein, and maybe a little bit of fat. Well, I think we ought to turn that upside down, because I think protein and some of that fat, I'm not talking about the seed oil fat, some of that trans fat, none of that hydrogenated junk and garbage. I'm talking about pure animal fat, or your plant-based good fats like avocado oil and extra virgin olive oil or coconut oil, unrefined, not refined, unrefined. I believe those are your good oils. And I believe protein is very important. I think grains should be at the very, very top. I don't think we should be eating grains, but every little bit, I don't think it'll kill us. But just like today, it's garbage. And that's the reason why I'm here on this channel. This is why I created this channel. Not only to my journey is to get my story out there and talk about the dangers of this stuff, because there's a lot of people out there. I have family and friends that probably are not aware of this garbage, and some are, but they don't want to take take it seriously. I am not here to force what I do. If my gift is to encourage, I want to do it to the best I can. I may not be perfect. This channel may not be perfect, but I'm bringing my story out there. I'm 92 days in. I can tell the difference in how I look. I can tell I'm resting better. The pain, the inflammatories has gone way down. And now I'm going to have to put another hole in my belt. And now I am seeing the 200s, and I'm looking forward at, the next 30 days into this journey. I'm looking forward to the next year. I know this last summer, I have a picture. It's me and my daughter. We were in Acuña, Mexico, and I will put it up here, up here, and show you that. And this is before I started. This was like 2 months in. I was closer to my heaviest. And compared to today, that that person you see, he was hurting. He was frustrated. He couldn't do the mission. He was frustrated because he couldn't do what he can do. I'm going back to Acuna, Mexico on another mission trip, on another build for Casas por Cristo after Christmas. And I have the passion because I'm looking forward to being there with them. I'm looking forward to get in there and do my fair share of it. I'm looking forward to being that hands and feet to Jesus and not be frustrated. I want to take pure joy into this. And I'm gonna do my best. Maybe I'll try to get some clips and some videos and pictures of this build. And because what this is to share the gospel by presenting a house. The house is just a secondary, but it's to present the gospel to people through that home. And I am looking forward to this trip to build this home, to be part of it, because of the last time. I am so sorry. I'm getting a little choked up here because I'm humbling myself because I didn't think I'd ever be here. I thought I'd always be big, and I thought even when I was on the ketogenic diet, I got down to I'm close to where I was, and I went backwards. I am so grateful that God had created this diet, because if I didn't get on this diet, I'd probably be really hurting. I would have really been so bad that I would have affected my job. I am so thankful that I have a huge support out there, other carnivore people out there that inspired me to get my story out there. I want to thank you, Carrie Mann, for doing this documentary. I'm looking forward to it when you get it out there on the social media platform. I'm also looking, hopefully one day, that we get to do a video chat or get to meet face to face. Another person that really inspired me to keep on going, Bill Knott. If you're at one time where you're obese and you feel prison, and you're watching this and you feel like you're in prison and you don't know what to do, because I know people in my area feel like they're in prison. They feel like they're stuck. And you're watching this video, you come across my channel and you watch this, I suggest you to go to Bill Knott's channel. Go watch Bill Knott. Watch his incredible journey from the time felt like he was in prison in his bed to now he is out walking around. Carnivore saved his life, and I am not getting into it because I want you to hear his story and I want you to see it. I'm looking forward, if you are like me, you were hurting and stuff, and you're kind of skeptical, just try it for 30 days. If you're skeptical and you want to do it, try to do it for 30 days. Sometimes we have to take that step forward. I'm not an expert. I'm not a health expert. I'm not telling you what to eat. But through my encouragement, I would just challenge you, encourage you to try it for 30 days and see how you feel. See where you go. See your results. See if you, wherever you're at, you're hurting, you're depressed, you're obese, whatever it is. I know there's people that changed their life that had cancer, that they had stage 4 cancer, and some lost their battle, but they prolonged it and they felt great and their life was extended because they were on that carnivore journey. There's others that went on carnivore, went on this perfect human diet. They beat the cancer. It's sometimes we have to take the reins. Sometimes we have to step up and take that choice. And that's what I did 92 days ago. I said enough was enough. I'm tired of hurting. I got to do some elimination, and I am grateful I did. Now I have some challenges that I am going to implement into mine here in the future. One of them is that I am trying to get away totally from coffee. I know it's not that hard to do, because if I can quit smoking, I can quit chewing tobacco, or quit other, overcome other sins of my life. I can give up the coffee. I went from having 12 cups, big old pot of it, to 2 cups a day. And the reason why I'm trying to step up and trying to do away with this unless I decide to go to organic, is because some of that coffee is sprayed with glyphosate and poison. And the one thing that really inspired me to really think about doing this is last night I watched Bill Knott's video, his latest video, and some of the issues he's having. And then he, researched it and discovered that, and he found a video and he shared it with all of us about, about toxin dumping, whereas our body, because our fat cells, I never even thought about it. I thought we just burned the fat cells. I didn't realize that fat cells grow, they shrink. And as they shrink, these poisons and stuff are going into our bloodstreams, and where does it have to go? Out our body, through our skin, through, our kidneys, through our stool. And, I noticing that maybe that's what I'm going. I don't know. I know that I'm probably need to get a little alignment and stuff on that on my body. But I also noticing that, sometimes I'll sit and I have a little bit of numbness every now and then go through my right arm. I'm not like really, really bad. Or if I'm laying on my left side in bed, that's unless, sometimes I'll start feeling that and I'll move my arm and then it'll go away. I don't know if it's because at one time when I was bigger and I have all that fat that my arms were way out, and now because I've shrunk my body, my arms are getting back in alignment. And maybe it's because maybe I need to get alignment, and maybe I need a massage out to get the nerves and the muscles back in place. I don't know. That's stuff that I'll work in the future. But thank you, Bill, for your video yesterday. Especially that kind of really helped me out, because maybe that's what I'm going through right now. Maybe this a little neuropathy with little nerve. And if any of y'all in the carnivore that went this way on the carnivore diet, if any of y'all are watching this video, have y'all experienced this? I'm just kind of curious. Maybe it's part of me. My body's out of alignment, muscles are tight, and it's just pinching some nerves. But I'm not having it all the time. I'm having a little bit. But, if you have, can you give me a comment? Maybe what video, maybe Dr. Anthony Shafee, since he is a neurologist, does he do it? Does he have any information like that? Because that way I know what I need to do. So, that said, tell me, comment down below about your all's amazing benefits that you have discovered since you've been on the carnivore diet. What health benefits that you discovered, from, the snoring going away, where you don't have sleep apnea, to, normal heart rate, there's the inflammation markers, medicine. Let me know. I'd like to hear from that, and I would definitely share mine more. I'm going to wrap this up for the day, because I got to go pick up my daughter, but I'll do a little Bible reading tomorrow, and I will get in the word. But my daughter's about 45 minutes from being home. She was in Indianapolis this last few days. They had National FFA, and I'm happy that she went, and so I'll have to go pick her up. So probably part of this video will be finished in the morning, but I am so happy to be able to do this. I am so humbled and glad to do this. I'm not a person that would be in front of a video. I don't like doing video. I don't like the way I sound, but if this is the way to be an encourager, the way to encourage, to get my story and testimony of why I have gone carnivore, why I choose this way of eating, this lifestyle, and also trying to at least share the gospel, that's what's important. I'm not good at this. I am but I be glad to do it if this is something that is a way to, to be an encourager. That said, if, like I said, if you are struggling and you're watching this video and you don't know what to do, and you want to change your life, from being morbidly obese, of any force, bedridden to struggling to get out of your chair, struggling to be able to do something, struggling to enjoy life because you weigh a lot of weight. And I'm not judging nobody because I was there. I was over 400 pounds a long time ago. I was halfway there when I started the carnivore journey. But if you're watching this and you see this video, go to Intentional Carnivore, watch his incredible journey. And like I mentioned before, go watch Bill Knott, his amazing story. He inspired a lot of people. And, if you go to Homestead How, watch Kerry Mann as he testified. His entire family is now carnivore. I know his daughter Emma and I know his wife Jen. They're carnivore. I'm sure his other children are. He will show a box of medicine that he was on. Go watch his channel. They just put out a video this morning. Crazy. I think it was about crazy benefits. Both men and women need to watch that. That is their testimony. Both of them, both him and his wife, Jen, they are very inspirational, very encouraging. If you want to know more about that documentary, go to healinghumanity.org. I believe that's what it is. Or go to Homestead How. He's got it linked into his description. And because sometimes we cannot rely on the government. We cannot rely on a lot of stuff. Sometimes we have to take steps. We have to take the reins. And now I'm not telling you, oh no, you just start. Sometimes you may need to talk to your doctor. Because disclaimer, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a health expert. But I do know there's a lot of information out there. I do know if you're especially type 2 diabetic, you can reverse it. You can eliminate it. And I probably was heading that way. I know many people were type 2 diabetic. I know a few people in my area that went carnivore. I know one man that went carnivore before I did. And I saw his incredible journey and what medicine he went off of. And if you want to know more about it, especially if you're diabetic, I know that there are a group of doctors that are diabetic doctors, general practitioners, heart doctors. They have a non-for-profit society called the American Diabetes Society, not associated with the American Diabetes Association. This is a non-profit. There's a lot of information about what you can do, what diet you can do, what you can eat, what you control. Now, to me, I know type 2 is reversible. I also know that type 1 is not reversible. It's there permanent, but most people that I do know that has type 1 diabetes, that they actually got it when they're a child. But I don't know. I never lived it, never had diabetes, period, especially type 1. But they will definitely understand what they go through because they have to take insulin and stuff. But I do know that these doctors will help the ones with type 1 diabetes. They help prolong it, help reduce. Because I know you probably have to take insulin. I work with a young lady that has type 1 diabetes, and we discussed about that. And she knows she knows that I'm on this carnivore diet. And I shared a little bit of that journey with her. And it's a choice that we have to make. And if you want to enjoy your life wherever you're at, and you say, I will never be this way, I'll always be big. Don't think that. We can be our own worst critic. And just like this YouTube channel, I was talking to a brother in Christ, and when I was talking about it, that when I did my first video, I hated it. I didn't want to do it. I said I was done. Well, we can be our own worst critic, because that inspired me to do my next video, which they were never perfect. But the thing about this whole journey is not to how many videos put out. It doesn't matter. What matters is I want to be out there, share my story. I want to be out there to encourage others that, hey, there is a diet that God has created and it is designed for us, and you will be amazed if you get it. I just suggest to try it for 30 days. Just give it 30 days and see where it goes. And that's where I leave it. Now, I'm going to let y'all go. I will be back in the morning to finish my video up. And then hopefully I have this up by Sunday afternoon, which would be tomorrow afternoon. Y'all have a good evening. Spend time with your family, and have a good one, and stay healthy. God bless you all.